So it's October 11th. We're back in the bee yard. It's a pretty good day out here today. They say it's going to be about 70 degrees, probably one of the best weekends we're going to have in a long time. We thought we were going to be a little light on the honey to get us through the winter in this hive, so we've been trying to feed a lot of the 2-part sugar to 1-part water sugar syrup to maybe get them to build up some honey stores. We didn't have a lot of anything stored in this top super the other day, so we're back in here now. What's that we got on it there, John?
Nothing, it's all empty.
Nothing on there, it's kind of empty. So the outer ones usually don't have too much going on them. And we'll pull out the second frame in. This is a frame that earlier this year, just to see what would have happened, we popped out the wax comb on it and then just put in some honeycomb that we had found, some burr comb that we were building to see if they would build it out. They never really built anything out on it. There's just a couple of bees walking around on the bottom of it. It's the thing we saw in the video where if you just take an empty frame and put some rubber bands on it and then some comb that you had, the bees might take to it and build the whole thing out, but I guess they weren't as interested as we were. And on a couple of these frames, they got a little bit of burr comb growing on the bottom of them. Sometimes it's okay to clean that off as you're going along. Here's another empty frame, but they put a little bit of burr comb there. We got 2 or 3 bees climbing on it. Probably not. We'll leave it on there. Looking down inside, there's a lot of bees and honey and frames full of everything down below, so we're in great shape down there. This hive, these girls really stick everything together with propolis. You can kind of see them crawling a little bit on the burr comb that they made, but they never really laid any wax or on here. So I guess we'll end up taking a quick peek down here with the camera, and then we'll get some be closing it up. A little disappointing. Earlier in the year, when we were working on the Varroa mite project, we put this green one in, which has a bigger cell foundation on it, thinking that if we had some extra activity in the hive, the bees would build some bigger cells there to make drone comb, and that's where the Varroa mites like to live. But that project never really took off either, so there's always next year. We ended up treating earlier this year with some Varroa mite strips. Don't know what it did, but I guess we'll find out if we have an infestation or not over the winter. So we'll just take the tool and we'll try to leave a little bit of space between these frames. Get everything spaced just a hair, but work from the middle out so that way everything is kind of evenly spaced. For that perfect bee space of 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch. And then we'll just start putting it back together. Put this inner cover back on. Got a little bit of burr comb built on it right there. And then we'll drop the outer cover on, put the brick on, and that'll be it. So probably what we're going to do in the next week or so here, right around the beginning of November, is we're going to take the entrance reducer and flip that over and set it on the smallest hole, and then we're going to go up into here, since we don't have a lot going on in this top box, and put an inner cover here, and then we'll put an empty super on top, so that way we can maybe put some food in there for the winter, and then we'll put a moisture board to soak up any humidity that gets in there, and then we'll put the top cover on, and we're probably going to want to have some sort of an entrance or ventilation hole up in here, so that way the air can flow into the bottom and out the top and take the humidity with it. And then we're going to put some kind of maybe a barrier, some kind of plywood or something around here to keep the wind off the bottom of the hive, and we're going to get some kind of a wrap to go around it. We'll have to leave holes for the entrances on the front, and then we might even stack up some hay bales on the other side to break the big wind that comes out of the west over the winter, and we'll see how it goes. Of course, this entrance feeder will be gone pretty quick as soon as it gets cold, but we're just trying to stuff in as much sugar as we can right now, because these guys don't seem to have enough to make it through the winter. We got a lot of bees and they're looking pretty healthy, so it's been a pretty good year, and we'll have to just see how it goes. So we'll come back again next week.